Paul, do you mind if I interrupt your musings?
Sure.
All right, I have a question for you. What is the world like in your fantasy series?
First of all, the world is called Idenworth. It is a quasi-medieval, Europe-ish kind of a flavor.
How did you get the world name?
Oh, actually, that came about because we had a contest with our newsletter people, and we actually combined two different words together, but I really liked the name. Anyway, there's different cultures within the world. Heir to the Crown is sort of off to the west behind a range of mountains, and they're descendants of mercenaries. So they actually have a more diverse culture in terms of naming and so on. Whereas the main area is ruled by a group of countries called the Petty Kingdoms.
I think you have a map.
I do. So these are the northern Petty Kingdoms. So,
oh, this isn't the full map.
No, I've got that cut off at the moment. I don't want to give away everything. So the idea was that 500 years ago, there was a great kingdom which was called Thuringia, which was ruled by a race of humans, but they had a genetic disposition for gray eyes. It was a dominant trait. They basically came to power because they were invaded, and then they had to defend their land and ended up becoming more powerful as a result. But the other people on the continent banded together to fight them, and eventually, like I said, 500 years ago, they collapsed. And there's a lot of mystery about what caused the collapse. There's not a lot of records remaining. This feeds into both the Power Ascending and especially the Frozen Flame series. It has a lesser effect on Heir to the Crown.
Why is that?
Well, because of the distance. At the time the mercenaries left, which became the Mercerians, that was prior to the fall of the kingdom of Thuringia.
Oh, yeah, that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, so Thuringia was around. In fact, they have people in Merceria that have gray eyes, but they don't think anything of it.
Yeah, and they don't know anything about that in the books either for quite a while.
That's right, right.
If you're reading the Heir to the Crown series, you don't know about it yet.
Right.
But you will.
You will, yes, especially after the events of Guardian of the Crown.
Yes.
No spoilers here.
No spoilers there. So, did you have the world drawn up when you first started Merceria, or was that something you added afterwards?
So I already knew. I think I had like a hand-drawn sketch of what the continent was going to look like, very rough sketch, and I just had an area, like I didn't have necessarily these borders, but I said, this is where the Petty Kingdoms are, and this is where all this stuff took place.